Ooh, did y'all see that? I know you saw that. And you know we're talking about One More Chance. Season 2, episode 2, get the house in order or get your house in order, but it's definitely what Chance needs to do. So we come in where we left off, basically with Rolly and Gabby and Maria and screaming, and the house is just basically in chaos and pandemonium. It's a whole mess. But we get in about a minute or so, and we finally see that they got Rolly to sit down. They got her to put her wig on. She's talking to Chance. She's setting black women back 200 years. You know, the usual. Now, when we get to those sisters, that Gabby and that Maria, I have mixed emotions about them. What I see is that they're the kind of people that are always doing too much but never doing enough. We all have people like that, not necessarily in our lives by choice, but people that we know and we're just like, So for me, right now, as far as they're concerned, the jury is still out. We noticed that we move over to the living room and Rolly is there telling all the girls what happened between her and Gabby and Maria and at the hotel, and she has the pictures and this and that. And in this whole exchange, one thing that I did notice about Rolly is that she's always like talking about other women's basic female hygiene or whatever. She did it on season 1. She's doing it now. It's so pedestrian. Like, you know, find something else. It really was annoying. I kind of like halfway felt Botox Kitty Cat when she started throwing that chicken at her. And I don't know why she started throwing that chicken, because what she basically did was start a full-on WWF Royal Rumble. Now, if you grew up in the 80s like I did, you know what that looks like. Basically, everything's flying around. There's food, there's glasses, there's liquid, there's bowls. And speaking of bowls, one of those do too much, not enough sisters throws a glass bowl and it actually hits Tokyo in the face. And yeah, that was a lot on it. It was pretty out of line. And from there, like, chaos just ensues. It's like as soon as that glass hit her, the gates of hell opened up and all of Satan's spawn came running out, flooded the kitchen, and now we're here. Phew, Lord. I'm just wondering too, like, who are the neighbors, right? Because like if you see the house, like they're really close to other people, and I'm sorry, like when I'm at home, I need it to be quiet. I like to have my peace. I like to relax, and basically I would have just had to call the police on them and file a noise complaint, because it was really that out of line. Like it was so out of line that I was kind of annoyed watching it, and I had the option to press fast forward, stopped, exit, X button, whatever was going on. So I can only imagine living there. And the irony of all irony is that Rolly was like, where did he find these bees? And Micah later in the episode, he answers that question and he lets us know that they found them at the county zoo. You know, the one right next to the county jail. Accurate. Can't even say anything about that. Accurate. Moving on. We noticed that when all of this is going on, our girl Stormy with the beautiful natural puff at the top, I'm not going to refer to her the way that Chance refers to her because it really aggravates me, but she said something and she made me die laughing. She was like, Dr. Umar would be ashamed. Yeah, I really almost peed on myself on that. I was just like, oh my God, thank God for C-sections, because I don't think my bladder could take it anymore. So, you know, Chance is trying to break up the chaos and stuff, but, you know, he's really getting no respect. And his only concern is really like this little blunt that he's rolling up there. But then here comes this guy, right? And I'm just going to refer to him as Security Daddy, because the way he like stepped in with his like deep voice, like he was like the father figure that you can tell that these ladies never had. They kind of really fell in line after he came in. So now it's kind of calm, and Chance, you know, he's going to sit there and actually have the nerve to say he thought he picked some classy ladies. Is that what you thought? And right then I was like, okay, I get it. That's why Chance doesn't get paid to think. And it shows, because at that point he takes Tokyo to the side, and Stormy is over there with her as well. They're trying to calm her down, make sure that she's okay. Chance still has this little blunt in his hand, and as he's, you know, talking to Stormy and talking to Tokyo, you know, he begins to go in and disrespect Stormy's hair again. And I'm just like, bruh, like, come on, like, how are you this old and you're trying to like pull these women in and you want to date these women, you want these women to like you, and you're continually like disrespecting them. And I understand like he's a jokester, ha ha, he he, ho ho, but Stormy said how she actually pulled him to the side and asked him, you know, hey, it makes me uncomfortable. Can you not do that? I don't like that. Whatever. And like he really tried to blast her about pulling him to the side. And I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, what did you want? Like her to get in your face, for her to yell at you, for her to become a man, to be masculine, to act like the rest of these people running around here? And no, that's not where her energy is. That's not the type of person she is. And I thought that was very mature of her, to pull him to the side and let him know that she wasn't comfortable with that. And he's just an asshat. Like I don't understand the attraction. Like even Flavor Flav, when he was looking for the girls, like he was a smooth ladies man, my friend. We were talking about it, and you know Flav had roses for the ladies. He was trying to wine and dine the ladies. Like even though he gave them some way out names, he gave them these way out names, but it was his form of complimenting them. Chance is just like, it's almost kind of mean spirited a little bit, some of the things that he says to the ladies. But anyway, let me go on ahead and get back to what we're talking about. So then another thing that I noticed that was funny too, because he was rolling that blunt and Tokyo kept doing like, you know, let me smoke that with you. I'll calm down. Let me smoke that with you. I was like, oh my God, he's so stingy. Like he had completely played her to the left. Like he didn't hear anything that woman said. Just crazy, just crazy. So let's see here. 2 quick observations that I had. One is that Botox Kitty Cat, I don't know why, but she really reminds me of Giselle from Real Housewives of Potomac. You know, am I the only one that's feeling that? Go ahead, let me know in the comments what you think about that comparison. And also that the girl Khadijah, she's pretty, but one thing like that, like I kept thinking to myself, I was like, wow, like that would be like if you ordered Ashanti on Wish, you know. So the next thing we see is that Chance is gathering the girls together for a group meeting. He wants to get the girls together to talk about their feelings, to make sure that everybody's comfortable in the house, to go ahead and squash any beefs, and just to make sure that the energy is good and that all the ladies are getting along and that everyone's fine. And if they have any issues that they need to discuss, you know, we're really just here to like communicate and share our feelings so that we can move on. Yeah, right. Man, it was a full-on roast session. He just got out there and really just started bagging on the ladies, like the ladies that he allegedly wants to date. Like he was really like giving those ladies the blues. And once again, here we see Stormy is the only person that's really standing up for herself, sticking up for herself. And I hate to see it, but I feel like she's not going to be in the house very long. And that kind of hurts my feelings. So, you know, but we'll deal with it as we have to deal with it. While we were doing that, the next thing that happened that we see is they cut away and the girl Danny B, she was like, yeah, you know, this is ridiculous because I'm the only one here that's really like here for Chance. And I was thinking to myself, ma'am, 12 hours ago, you didn't even know why you were here. Yeah, the acting just wasn't that great. So the next day we see them and they're outside and they're at a table or whatever. And I noticed this girl walk up and she has on this like brownish orange, like one piece, like little jumpsuit. And I'm like, where did she come from? I don't recall seeing her at all, but like baby girl's body was snatched. I was just like, yes, ma'am, I see you. And she was like, okay, here's how I can describe it for you. The ham matched the hocks, if you know what I mean. She's a very pretty girl, so looking forward to seeing more of her, seeing what she's about. I think her name is Nadi. Then we also were looking at another lady at the table. I think her name is Stony, and she's a hairdresser. Man, she had the thickest edges I've ever seen. And I don't mean like edges, I mean like edges, okay? I was like, girl, I think that's actually part of the lace front, but okay, I'm not a hairdresser. I might not know these things. We move on a little bit, and then we see in another room, there's like Jonah Hill's mom. I don't know her name, but we're just gonna call her Jonah Hill for now. There's also, who's there? Yodeler was there. That girl Stony was there. And then the girl that they keep calling 8 Mile, she was there as well. all of a sudden, like, I don't know what happened, but there was just like, everybody just kind of like starts bickering, getting into it. And one thing I'm going to say about Jonah Hill's mom, well, two things I'm going to say about Jonah Hill's mom. I like the way that she admitted to what she did. She apologized for it. I love people that take accountability, and she was ready to move on. Another thing that about her that I noticed was that when they showed her in the confessional versus her sitting on the couch, I was just like, is that the same person? I mean, did y'all see that? I know y'all had to see that. Interesting. It was very interesting for me. So now the skinny chick is getting into it with Yodeler, and I like the skinny chick at first. I'm sorry I keep calling her the skinny chick, but I don't know her name. She had like the biker shorts or whatever, and they're just going back and forth and back and forth. And like the skinny chick, she started like, she was so mad, she was shaking, and she was giving me like big Jocelyn Hernandez vibes, you know, just like, and I'm just like, is it really that serious? But I mean, I guess it was. And once again, it was just that yelling back and forth. But what broke up the tension for me was when somebody pointed out like how long and skinny her pocketbook was. And I looked, I was like, oh my God, that girl don't got a camel toe, she got a camel tail. What was going on with that? I was like, mamas, you need to go on ahead and pull those down. It looked, I've never seen nothing like that in my life. So now we go back, and it seemed like everybody's doing okay. It's kind of cool vibe. And all of a sudden, we have the next main event, which is like a rematch from the main event last week. And we have Roly Poly versus Meaty and Meaty Meat, the twins, you know, Gabby and Maria. Now, Aurelia's talking about she heard them say something about her son, or say something about her being a mom or something like that. I didn't hear anything, you know, I'm not there, I didn't hear anything, but it just seems like production is always catching all this. I mean, let's face it, the whole show looks like it's filmed with or put together and edited with B-roll. So I know somebody somewhere, there's a microphone that had to pick that up if it happened. And once again, we're back into it. We're back yelling. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I kind of liked Rolly, like season 1. This season, I don't know. It's like she's just like really like stirring the pot, like really starting a lot of shit. Like I said, the first episode, like she was out there talking about she's seeing these guys in their room and this and this and that, but the only proof that she could bring forth was 2 dudes standing outside the hotel by themselves. Same with tonight. I didn't hear them girls say anything. I didn't hear anybody else agree that they heard those girls say anything. So I don't really know what Rolly's deal is, but you know, if you're here for Chance, be here for Chance. If you're not, then I could really stand to see her go. The drama is cool every once in a while. I guess the yelling is cool every once in a while. But I actually want to see like some storylines, some growth. And another thing that I want to see is if they're going to have these challenges this season, like what are they competing for? Like last season they had challenges and nobody won anything. And like typically on these dating shows, like you want a date with this person, a one-on-one with this person, spend some time with this person. So hopefully we can get some more of that this season. Less fighting, more engaging between Chance and the women, less of Rolly setting us back. And yeah, I just look forward to, now I'm starting to want to look forward to what's going to happen, because I do want to see once they get to the challenges and the dates and what's going to be new on here and who are the guest stars or guest former cast members that are going to come back and see people. So like I said, we'll see what it holds. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed my review of the show. Go ahead and leave your comments below. You can like, comment, and or subscribe. Thank you guys very much, and we'll see what we see next week. Bye. Okay, so I'm back again because I have a really quick fun fact. One thing I found out about Stormy from watching this episode is that she used to be a dominatrix. All right, girl. I knew I liked that lady for a reason.